Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we're going to talk about a prophet of Allah who had everything a man could ever want. His name was Ayub alayhi salam. Now, Ayub alayhi salam's lineage can be traced back to Ibrahim alayhi salam, and he was from a place called Asham, which would be modern day Syria, Palestine, and parts of Jordan. Now, Ayub alayhi salam's father was a very rich man. He had lots of land, and when his father passed away, all of his inheritance came to Ayub alayhi salam. So now he had all this wealth, all this cattle and animals, and all this land, and all of these lands were filled with gardens with no walls. There were no walls on these gardens at all, and this was because Ayub alayhi salam wanted anyone to be able to enter his garden, eat what they like, and be able to leave. He became a prophet at the age of 40, and he also got married. So now he was married, had lots of children, and Allah gave him lots of barakah in his wealth that he had. He was a very righteous man, always there to help people, always helping out whenever he can, and giving charity as well for the sake of Allah. He was known as a righteous man as well. Now, when Allah loves a person, He tells Jibreel alayhi salam that He loves this person, and he should announce to the angels that Allah loves this person and they too should love this person. And Allah did this with Ayub alayhi salam. Now, the angels were talking about this and the shaitan overheard this. The shaitan became very jealous and he said to Allah, "Oh Allah, Ayub has no reason to not be grateful to you. He's got everything. I mean, if we think about this, if a man has everything, what reason does he have to not be grateful to Allah?" And the shaitan went on to say, if you took away all of his wealth, if he had no wealth left, I'm sure he would not be as grateful as he is to you now. Allah said, no, I will show you. I will give you power over his wealth. The shaitan became very happy with this because now he has authority to meddle or destroy completely Ayub's wealth. And he was so happy he went to his shayateens, his people, his fellow devils, and he said to them, give me ideas how best we should destroy Ayub's wealth. So the shaitan was given many different ideas of how to destroy his wealth. And one of the shaitans said, I can make a noise, a loud scream, a shout, so loud it will kill all of his cattle. So the shaitan decided on all of these ideas and they went and executed these ideas, and all of Ayub's wealth was now destroyed. Now the shaitan moved on to part 2. He went to Ayub alayhi salam in the form of an old man, and he went to him crying, upset, very sad, saying, it's lost, it's all lost, all of your wealth is lost. How are you going to survive? What are you going to do? Aren't you angry? Aren't you sad? Aren't you upset? Ayub alayhi salam looked at the man and said, when I was born I had nothing. When I die I will have nothing. Looks like this is happening as there's a disease in my heart to purify me. Now, before we move on, I want you brothers and sisters to ask yourself, how would you react if this was you? What would be your initial reaction? This is the reaction of the Prophet of Allah, and we must try to be like the Prophets of Allah. And look what his first reaction was. There must be something wrong with me. The problem is with me. I have to do something to me to purify myself. He's looking at himself. Whereas us nowadays, as soon as something happens, we look away from ourselves and we look at the situation. And we always blame everyone except ourselves. This is a good time for us to reflect and ask ourselves, how would we react? And if our reaction is different, we need to ask ourselves, what is the most important things in our life? And what are we willing to do to make sure we maintain our deen, our religion, our Islam? So now back to Ayub alayhi salam and the shaitan giving him the news that his wealth has been destroyed, and upon hearing his response, he went absolutely mad. He could not believe it. He was so angry that a man can lose everything and still be a good righteous servant to Allah. He was so angry, but he did not give up. because now he was thinking, Ayub still has his children. As long as he has his children, he can get his wealth back. So now the shaitan went back to Allah and he said to Allah, he still has children, he can get the wealth back. So now Allah said to shaitan, I give you power over his children. So now the shaitan came back. While all of Ayub alayhi salam's children were sleeping at home, he went and shaked the house, a really rough, violent shake which caused all the house to be destroyed and all of his kids to die. Now the shaitan came back to Ayub alayhi salam and said to him, how can this happen to you? You're such a righteous man. This is a terrible thing. You must be angry. You must be upset that this has happened to you. Ayub alayhi salam gave him the same response he gave him before when he lost all of his wealth. He said, when I was born, I had nothing. When I die, I will have nothing. Looks like this is happening as there's a disease in my heart to purify me. The shaitan went mad again. He couldn't believe it. He really thought he got this man to be ungrateful to Allah. His mission has been failing so badly. He couldn't handle it, but he did not give up, because now the shaitan was thinking something else. He thought to himself, he lost his wealth, he lost his children, but he can still get married. He has good health. If he has good health, he can get married again, he can have children again, and he can get all of his wealth back. He can get everything back because he has good health. So he went to Allah and he said to Allah, oh Allah, he has good health. He's able to get married again, have kids, and get all of his wealth back because he has good health. Allah now said to the shaitan, I give you power over his health. Now the shaitan went and affected Ayub alayhi salam's health. He got really ill. He had a fever and then he got worse. He was bedbound. He was unable to move. It got really bad. People started to forget about him because he didn't go out anymore. He was home all day. And he only had a few followers left, and it was getting so bad. People were getting worried about his illness. They thought maybe this is contagious. So they asked him to move, if he could move away from them. So Ayub alayhi salam did move. He moved with his wife Rahma and just two and three of his followers with him. Now Ayub alayhi salam's wife had to go get a job because they had no means, no income coming in, and Ayub alayhi salam was bedbound. He could not do much for himself. So Rahma went and worked in people's houses as a servant to make money, but they never forgot Allah. They were both still righteous Muslims. Now this carried on for a very long time, many years. Some say this carried on for 18 years. Now Shaitan went mad again because he could not believe that they have just carried on being righteous Muslims like this. Now the shaitan got an idea. He went to Ayub alayhi salam's wife and he started to talk to her and he started to say to her, what happened to you? I remember you. You were so rich. You had so many children. You had so much land. He kept on reminding her about the past and everything that she had, to the point when Ayub alayhi salam's wife couldn't take it no more and she just broke down crying. The shaitan said to her, don't worry, don't cry, I can help you. I can give you a way out of all of this and a way back to your previous life. It's really easy, it's really simple. Take this chicken. Do not mention the name of Allah. Kill it without mentioning the name of Allah and you will be cured. You will go back to how your life was. So Rahma came to Ayub alayhi salam and told him of what happened and what they can do to get their old life back. Ayub alayhi salam straight away knew this was Shaitan. And he said to her, no, this is Shaitan, stay away from him. So Rahma said, okay. They forgot about this and they carried on living their life. A long time went by and Rahma was having a very bad day. So the Shaitan tried again. He came to Rahma, he fed her everything he fed her before about the previous life. She broke down crying and he told her the same thing. Take this chicken, kill it without mentioning the name of Allah and you will be cured. So Rahma came back to Ayub alayhi salam and she told him again about what happened, but this time Ayub alayhi salam got very angry because he knows this is the Shaitan. So he said to Rahma, if I ever get better, I'm going to lash you 100 times. Now time went on and people were talking about Ayub alayhi salam, and the news was maybe Ayub did something. He did a really big sin that Allah is punishing him for that sin. So two of his companions were talking about this and they wanted to verify this. So they came to visit Ayub alayhi salam. And one of the companions couldn't hold it. He said, is it true, Ayub? You did such a big sin. Allah is punishing you for this major sin. Ayub alayhi salam started to cry. He could not hold the tears. He just started to cry. And at that time he went straight to sujood. And he said to Allah, oh Allah, you know I prayed all night in the masjid. A voice came down saying, yes. And Ayub alayhi salam said, I will not get up until I am cured. Just a side note before we continue. When Ayub alayhi salam went to sujood, their two companions left. So they didn't witness this. So Jibreel alayhi salam now came down to Ayub alayhi salam while he was in sujood. And Jibreel said to him, Allah has forgiven you. Jibreel advised Ayub alayhi salam to stomp his feet, and when he did, water gushed out. He drank from this water and he was cured. Furthermore, all of his illnesses went and he was given back all of his youth. Now, before all of this happened, Rahma couldn't take the situation. Things got really difficult. She couldn't handle what was happening to the situation and she left. She couldn't handle it and she left Ayub alayhi salam and she was on her way out. On her way out, she calmed down a little bit and she thought, what am I doing? My husband's an old man, he's ill, he can do nothing by himself. So she felt bad and guilty and she came back. When she went, all of this happened. She didn't know that Ayub alayhi salam was cured and he's now well. So when she came back home, she found a young man in her house and she said, hello, sorry, excuse me, what are you doing here? This is my house. And furthermore, have you seen my husband? He's an old man, he's not well. He's usually on his bed, he's not there. Ayub alayhi salam told his wife, Allah cured me. Furthermore, Allah gave Ayub alayhi salam's wife her youth back as well. And with his children, Allah gave Ayub alayhi salam the option. He advised him, your children are in heaven. If you want, you can have them back and you can have your wealth back, or if you please, they can stay here in heaven. Ayub alayhi salam wanted his children to stay in heaven. Allah further advised Ayub alayhi salam, because he made a qasam. He said he made the qasam by Allah that he would lash her 100 times if he got better. And now that he's better, his qasam is now valid, his wallahi is now valid. So Allah advised Ayub alayhi salam to get 100 small twigs of flowers and just to gently throw that at her. So that way he has still met his qasam of when he said when he gets better he would lash her 100 times. So this brings us to the end of the story of Ayub alayhi salam. A few key lessons to remember from his story is the patience of Ayub alayhi salam. Look at the patience of this Prophet of Allah. When he lost everything, when he lost his health, his wealth, his children, he didn't get angry or mad. What did he say? He said, when I was born, I had nothing. When I die, I will have nothing. This must be a reason for me to purify my own self. So whenever we face any situations, which we will, we're in this dunya, we're going to face hardships. What's our answer going to be? And that's a question we need to ask ourselves. And hopefully this story of Ayub alayhi salam can be a good reminder of how the prophets of Allah dealt with their life and how we can also do that too. Jazakallah khairan for your time. Wa akhir da'una anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin.